Sanjay Jha is in the studios today with me on the Newshour, and Sudhanshu Trivedi of the BJP, Sabha Naqvi, political editor of The Outlook and part of the expert political team for the elections of Times Now. कैसा लग रहा है सुधांशु जी? Your number one issue, आपका number one issue था वाड्रा. आपने सोचा होगा कि प्रियंका will run away from the issue, that she will avoid the issue, but she took on the issue herself. Is the BJP shocked with Priyanka's decision to take on the issue directly?
No, we are not at all shocked.
Surprised?
It is just giving an impression that how bankrupt the Congress has become. First, they failed on the issue of corruption, misgovernance and good governance. Then they tried to put the issue of communalism, then they failed. Then they now trying to put the issue, an emotional issue by Priyanka Gandhi. You just remember a few days back, Sonia Gandhi has given address to nation. Prior to that, it was Rahul Gandhi. So it means that the Congress itself has become a house of confused. And now Priyanka Gandhi is being brought for campaigning in Amethi and Rae Bareli. This shows a pathetic condition of Congress, which I would like to summarize in one line. In 1980, when Indira Gandhi was out of power and Congress was thinking to bring back Indira ji, let me complete this in one sentence. The slogan was Indira Lao Desh Bachao. In 1998, Sonia ji was brought to bring the Congress into order. So slogan was Sonia Lao Congress Bachao. Now they are bringing Priyanka Gandhi in Amethi and Rae Bareli. So the de facto slogan becomes Priyanka Lao Amethi Rae Bareli Bachao. So we are not at all surprised. We are just amused on this pathetic condition. And now on the allegation of Priyanka Gandhi ji, the allegation was not made by BJP. It was by the investigating agency, and 2 days back Wall Street Journal has written this. So if at all she has to complain, she complained to the investigating agencies and the Wall Street Journal in New York. Where does BJP come in picture?
Well, I thought, didn't Narendra Modi use the RSVP name? Didn't they go on about Jamai Babu? Did Uma Bharti not say that we will jail him? I thought they are all BJP leaders. Are they not? Or they have joined some other party?
That is the part of election campaign. They are also saying Hitler, Yamraj,
so you don't mean it.
Zahar ki kheti.
No, so you don't mean it. It is only part of your election campaigns. You know, 1 second. I think Sabha, I'd like to get in Sabha here. Sabha,
no, I'm not saying we do not mean it.
No,
we
Sabha
is
the BJP a little shell-shocked today? Because they might not have expected this response to come so immediately from Priyanka Gandhi. Is it perhaps, Sabha, that they expected Priyanka to focus on local issues rather than pick up on the Vadra issue?
Arnab, frankly, I'm also surprised that she has picked up on the Vadra issue, because Vadra is clearly a liability for her, and she does have a future in politics, and she's from a very important family. But about the BJP, just a reminder, and Sudhanshu sitting there can confirm this. If I remember rightly, a BJP leader had these documents a year before India Against Corruption raised the Robert Vadra issue, and there was a section in the BJP which stopped them from going public with this scandal. This was about 2012, and then the issue became public only because India Against Corruption raised it at that time. And then the BJP has sort of got into the act a little bit, and now, of course, we are in the middle of an election, so now the BJP has made statements.
No, but is it possible to turn this into... is it possible to turn the Robert Vadra issue into your advantage? How would you do that? Given the gravity of the charges, Sanjay, I would presume...
I think it can be an interesting... It'll be very... He is a liability.
So what is the...
he'll be a liability, and we're talking only about Priyanka actually getting sympathy in Amethi, Rae Bareli. Otherwise, across the country, even if people have sympathy for the family, even if that returns, there cannot be sympathy for Mr. Vadra. He just doesn't fit into the whole image of this family. I don't think so.
No, so what is... I just want to understand from the Congress party, and Sudhanshu, you can respond now. What is the strategy here? That you think that this is an issue which has been raised here, so you pick it up. The BJP says you've given it an emotional spin, but that doesn't take away from the issue itself. Is the issue about my family has been targeted, the more you insult me, the stronger I'll strike back, which sounds good, has the right emotional overtones to it. But what about the basic charge?
There are two aspects.
No, 1 second. The question is to the Congress. Then you
There
can
are
come
two
in. Then I'll
aspects.
open this up. Sanjay.
Arnav, firstly, we need to understand as to why the Prime Ministerial candidate of the BJP mentioned the very pedestrian joke, according to him, the RSVP model. I'll tell you why. He's trying to actually dodge an issue that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has raised by actually telling the people of India that the so-called hyped and absolutely ballooned Gujarat model is nothing but a model of crony capitalism defined as the toffee model. 1 minute. His RSVP is an attempt actually at a diversionary tactic because he doesn't want to answer the question. Why hasn't Mr. Modi responded to the charges that Mr. Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party have made on the crony capitalism? And I'll mention the name of Mr. Gautam Adani with Mr. Modi. Now let me answer the second question. I heard Nirmala Sitharaman, the BJP spokesperson, say, Arnav, that we go by facts. All right. Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, I want to ask you this question. Which is the highest judicial authority in this country that even the Parliament of India, the ordinary citizens, you and me, nobody can challenge? If that, before you answer, I assume you know the answer, it is the Supreme Court. I want to remind you of what the Supreme Court has said on the issue of Mr. Robert Vadra. When a public interest litigation was filed, it was actually dismissed by the Supreme Court in October of 2013. And I'll tell you the three things they said. Number one, that we will not allow you to destroy somebody's name. Number two, the petition was a cheap publicity stunt. Number three, that nobody can be deemed to have done something wrong merely because they are related to a politician or have any kind of links. Based on that, Arnav, my point is, the BJP today has gone to town accusing Mr. Vadra. It's an attempt to malign. It's an attempt to malign every member of the Gandhi family because they're insecure, they're threatened. The moment
that's an emotional argument.
No, it's not an emotional.
It's an emotional argument.
I've given you the judicial.
It's an emotional. It's an emotional pitch. It's an emotional pitch. But nevertheless,
earlier the Allahabad High Court. I'm quoting the courts. This is not a rhetoric. This is not even a Congress party defense. This is the Supreme Court's statement. I would challenge. I challenge Mr. Trivedi to contradict me today.
Traditionally, that challenge goes out. Mr. Trivedi will respond on the other side. Traditionally, ladies and gentlemen, when the emotional pitch is raised, very often in Indian politics, and especially with the Gandhi family, as Sabha will prove me right, the emotional pitch works. It does translate into support. But, and the big question is, has this emotional pitch come too late? A, should Priyanka have gone on the aggression, raised the aggression on the issue earlier? B, and most importantly, half of India has voted. Will Priyanka's entry into the 2014 battle change the fortunes of the Congress party at this point? That's the issue. The issue is not Robert Vadra alone. The issue is what impact can Priyanka have at this stage of the election. Coming back in a few minutes.